You have to retard max it. Okay? What is retard max? Retard max is stop fucking overthinking and start doing.
Come with me, and you'll be in the world of your imagination. Take a look, and you see into your imagination.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Bo Magic, out here, shuffling a deck of cards in the desert. Let's talk about it. A lot of men, they overthink shit. It's like, oh, how do I become a magician? You study magic and you practice every single day, just like I did. And more importantly, you actually go perform. Most people overthink. They sit there, they practice in the mirror like this, they practice the moves, they shuffle the cards, and they never go actually perform for real people in the real world. Since I was 7, I've been performing live, meaning in front of my family, in front of strangers, on the street. You can't just sit here. If I just sat here on this balcony in the desert and I never went out and actually performed for people, I wouldn't be a world-class magician. You have to retard max it. Okay? What is retard max? Retard max is stop fucking overthinking and start doing. Start getting out there and doing it. You know, this kid asked me one time back in the day, he's like, oh, I want to be a MMA fighter. And I said, okay, have you trained MMA at all? He's like, oh, I've been thinking about it. Well, fuck thinking about it, just start doing it. You could train right now with $0 in your fucking parents' basement or your parents' house or in your room. You could be doing push-ups, you could be doing pull-ups. You can go on YouTube, pull up the Bas Rutten audio MMA workout, and you could do the shadow boxing workout right there in your fucking room. You can do it anywhere. So you can train wherever. Eventually you're gonna have to go spar in a gym if you want to be an actual fighter. But the point is, you're overthinking shit. You're so intellectual with this bullshit that it's making you stupid. It's making you retarded. If you were a true retard, the true retard max is to get out there and fucking do it. All I did with magic was take a deck of cards, which costs a few dollars. Sorry, this fucking motorcycle, of course, this fucking guy in the motorcycle wants to be loud right when I'm trying to do my video. But the point is, I got out there with a deck of cards on the streets of Ventura, where I'm from, on the streets of Santa Barbara, and I just started going for it. It doesn't need to be pretty. It doesn't need to be perfect. Life is messy, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be perfect every time. Here's the reality. If I go film magic, okay, not everybody's going to like me. Not everybody's going to react well. And I know that. In the real world, things are messy. People read the fucking Law of Attraction and The Secret, and they just think, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to manifest. And I'm just going to think of my ideal life. Now, yes, you can manifest and you can visualize and you can think things. You can imagine things, yes. But you still have to take action. If you just sat there and visualized, ain't shit going to happen. You have to visualize your self-image as the higher self. Okay? For example, me, I was born Bo, but I became Bo Magic. I visualized Bo Magic, the man who wears the blue shades, the top hat, who has incredible dexterity with a deck of cards. Okay, the man who walks around and performs miracles. So yes, I visualized that. So yes, as I grabbed a drink, yes, you have to visualize, but you have to put it into action, okay? The Law of Attraction and The Secret, there is some truth to that. There's a lot of good things about positive thinking and visualizing yourself as your higher self and visualizing your ideal life. There's a lot of value in that. But action is the fucking key, you guys. This is what I learned from my dad. My dad told me the best quote I ever heard, which was, show me. He's like, son, You gotta show me that you want to be a magician. You can't just talk about it. You gotta be about it. You gotta walk it like you talk it. Because I was talking a big game to my dad, talking all this shit, saying I'm gonna be the most entertaining magician on the planet. I'm gonna be the most famous magician on the planet. And my dad was like, son, you're sitting here, you're working a bullshit job. I haven't seen you do anything towards your goal. And at first I was pissed. I was like, fuck you. But I realized my dad was right. What the fuck was I doing? I was sitting there working a bullshit job and I'm living with my fucking parents. This is a long time ago, back when I was, 18, and I was talking a gang of shit and I thought I knew everything. I probably read some bullshit like The Secret or the fucking Law of Attraction. But yes, you need to take massive fucking action. And whatever actions you think you're gonna have to take, you're probably gonna have to take 100x, 100 times what you think it's gonna be. You're gonna have to take a lot more fucking action. Okay? Don't worry about being the best in the world at whatever you're doing. Just worry about getting 1% better every day. That's all you gotta do. Improve your website. In my case, I'd be improving my website as a magician, improve my performance, improve my marketing, improve my speaking skills, my performance style, my character, the top hat, the shades. I gotta look dope. I gotta look like a dope character. Bo Magic has to look a certain way. He has to talk a certain way. He has to have a certain swag. I gotta be leagues above anything anyone has ever seen. So yes, you have to visualize, because I visualized Bo Magic and I became him. And I visualized myself performing on the stage, and I've done shows, and I'm just gonna keep getting better and better, just like you gotta do. If you're an MMA fighter, you can visualize yourself as the champion all day. But if you ain't sparring, and you ain't training, and you ain't getting your cardio on point, and you're not shadow boxing, and doing drills, and doing jiu-jitsu, and boxing, and wrestling, and Muay Thai, you're just talking shit. You're just talking bullshit. Dude, you gotta get out there and you gotta fucking put yourself through the fire. You gotta go through the fire, baby. As the homeless preacher once said. If you guys have ever seen that video. The only way that you're gonna get better is by going through the fire, baby. A diamond is created under pressure. As a magician, I needed the pressure of the crowd. I could sit here and shuffle cards all day by myself, but I got to go out there and I got to do it in front of a crowd, right? So the key here is retard max it. Fuck it. Go out there. If it's messy, it's messy. Men do the same shit with women. Oh, I want to get women. Well, you can visualize a hot chick all day. At the end of the day, you got to go talk to women. You got to put yourself out there. You got to risk the fucking biscuit. You got to get out there to the bar, to the club, and start talking to women. Maybe drink a few drinks. I'm not saying get tipsy, get drunk. Retard max it. Have like 3 drinks, just like I'm doing. I'm drinking vodka. Have yourself 3 drinks. Maybe smoke a cigar. Maybe smoke a few American spirits, a couple cigarettes. Get yourself in a talkative mood. Start talking to everybody. Get your social skills up, son. You gotta step up to get your rep up. You just sit there on your ass, you ain't gonna get shit. In this world, things are messy. They never go as planned. It's like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face. Everybody's got a fucking perfect plan. And guess what? The perfect plan never goes to perfection. It's messy. Okay, getting women is messy. Doing magic is messy. Becoming an MMA fighter is messy. You might get knocked out. You might take an L. But guess what, baby? We're improving. We're grinding. My last point about The Secret, manifestation, all this shit. You got to be realistic, man. Some people don't have the genetics to be an MMA champion, okay? John Jones, he's got this long reach, he's fast, he's athletic, he's smart when it comes to the MMA game. Maybe not in life choices, but he's very intelligent in the MMA fighting game. He's a fucking MMA genius. That's his thing. He's genetically designed for it. if you're not genetically designed for it, you might not be able to become the champion. That's what it is. People don't like to hear the truth, but you guys, dude, this is the truth. Same thing with magic. I have a genetic tendency towards performing. I can manipulate cards in a certain way. And it's just in my genetics. I had the desire to do it, and just so happened that I'm great at it. You got to find what you're great at. Now, if I try to become a fucking NBA player, it wouldn't have worked out because I just don't have the basketball talent to do that. Okay, skills are one thing, talent's another. Talent you're born with, skills, something you can learn. People can learn how to play basketball, but at the end of the day, if you ain't 6'7", you probably ain't gonna be in the NBA. That's just the reality, guys. So what's my point? Yes, The Secret, manifestation, that all works to an extent, and that's all great. But action is everything. Okay, you gotta be realistic, you gotta take action, you gotta go out there and grind and realize it's gonna be messy. You gotta go through the fire, baby, but it's worth it. So go out there and grind. Don't be afraid to retard max. Get your ass out there, get rejected by women. Go fucking perform, go fucking train, do whatever you want to do, but just go fucking do it. And my message at the end of the day is just fucking do it. I'm Bo Magic, and I'm out. Cheers.